OutDaughtered Danielle Busby on alert after Candid post about daughter's heartbreak. In the ever-evolving journey of parenthood, there are few moments as emotionally raw as witnessing your child experience their first taste of heartbreak. Danielle Busby, the beloved matriarch of TLC's OutDaughtered, recently opened up about such a moment involving one of her daughters. What followed was not only an outpouring of emotion from fans, but also a shift in Danielle's role as a mother, moving from nurturer to emotional bodyguard. As the mother of 6 girls, including America's only all-female quintuplets, Danielle is no stranger to the chaos, challenges, and complex emotional roller coasters that come with raising daughters in the public eye. But this time, things felt different. This wasn't just a scraped knee or a tough school day. This was heartbreak, emotional pain that Danielle admitted she couldn't fix with a bandage or a hug. Her candid social media post stirred up a storm of responses, and in the days since, Danielle has shared that she's been on high alert. Not just as a protective mother, but as someone deeply attuned to the emotional well-being of her child. What exactly happened? And why has Danielle's honesty resonated so deeply with fans across the world? Let's dive into the layers of this emotional revelation and unpack what it means for Danielle, her family, and the OutDaughtered community as a whole. A vulnerable moment shared. It all started with a simple but emotionally heavy social media post. Danielle, known for sharing honest glimpses into her life as a mom of 6, opened up about a recent incident that left one of her daughters heartbroken. Though she didn't name which daughter was affected, whether it was one of the Quints, Olivia, Ava, Hazel, Riley, or Parker, or her eldest daughter Blake, her words painted a clear picture. Something painful had happened, and it deeply impacted her little girl. Danielle wrote about the feeling of helplessness, how as a mom, she wanted nothing more than to shield her daughter from pain, but knew she couldn't. It was the kind of heartbreak that every parent dreads witnessing, the kind that signals the beginning of emotional maturity in a child. Whether it stemmed from friendship betrayal, social exclusion, or something else entirely, Danielle admitted the hurt was real, raw, and unfixable in that moment. Her vulnerability hit home for countless parents who know what it's like to be sidelined during their child's emotional battles. And in true Danielle fashion, she didn't sugarcoat her response. She shared that since the incident, she has been on high alert, monitoring her daughter more closely, emotionally supporting her in subtle but vital ways, and doing what moms do best, being there. Life in the public eye. Raising 6 girls is already a daunting task, but doing it with the cameras rolling adds an entirely different layer of complexity. For Danielle and husband Adam Busby, parenting has been a public journey since OutDaughtered premiered in 2016. The show, which initially centered around the challenges of raising quintuplets, evolved into a broader portrayal of family life, the highs, the lows, and the countless in-betweens. With every season, fans grew more attached to the girls. From the Quints' playful personalities to Blake's maturity as the eldest sibling, viewers felt like part of the family. But with visibility comes vulnerability. Danielle has often talked about the pressure of balancing her children's privacy with the audience's hunger for content. This latest post marks one of those moments when personal meets public and emotions spill over. While Danielle didn't exploit the situation for attention, her choice to speak openly about her daughter's heartbreak was a reminder of the emotional toll that can come from living life in the spotlight. Not every painful moment gets aired on television, but when shared online, it still becomes part of the larger story. Emotional development in growing girls. Danielle's recent alert mode speaks volumes about how seriously she takes her role not just as a caretaker, but as an emotional coach. Emotional growth in children, especially girls approaching adolescence, is often unpredictable. Heartbreak, in whatever form it takes, can be an early sign of emotional awakening. Danielle noted how difficult it was to watch the light dim in her daughter's eyes, even momentarily. These changes, subtle as they may be, signal deeper internal shifts, a child learning about trust, love, rejection, and resilience. They are necessary parts of growing up, but that doesn't make them easier for the child or the parent. In her post, Danielle admitted to losing sleep, staying up worrying, watching for changes in behavior, and doing her best to create space for open dialogue. In a world where distractions are endless and children are bombarded by outside influences, that level of attentiveness is more important than ever. The weight of empathy. Fans who've followed Danielle for years were quick to express their support and gratitude for her honesty. Many parents commented on how relatable her words felt. The emotional weight of watching a child hurt and knowing you can't fix it is one that resonates universally. What sets Danielle apart is her instinct to respond with empathy over control. She didn't rush to blame anyone. She didn't overreact or demand retribution. Instead, she chose to center her daughter's feelings, to validate them, and to be the steady presence her child needed in a vulnerable time. That kind of emotional intelligence isn't always highlighted in reality TV parenting, where big reactions and dramatic confrontations often get more screen time. But Danielle's quiet strength in the face of her daughter's heartbreak painted a far more meaningful picture of what motherhood can look like. Speculation and fan theories. Of course, with such a vague post came a flood of speculation. Fans began dissecting every detail, trying to determine which daughter was hurting and what had happened. Was it a school issue? A problem with a friend? A disappointment involving a hobby or event? Some fans thought it could be Parker, who in the past has struggled with anxiety and self-confidence. Others wondered if it was Blake, navigating the tricky waters of preteen friendships. Without confirmation from Danielle, the theories remain just that, but they do highlight the strong emotional connection fans feel with each of the Busby children. In the end, Danielle's restraint in not revealing too much serves as a boundary-setting moment. She gave just enough for empathy, but not so much that it compromised her daughter's dignity or privacy. Danielle's parenting philosophy. Over the years, Danielle Busby has developed a clear and confident parenting voice, one that blends structure with sensitivity. She's not afraid to discipline, but she's also deeply attuned to the emotional well-being of her kids. Her recent actions, listening without pushing, observing without judging, reflect that philosophy in action. She's also been honest about her own challenges, from health scares to parenting burnout. This transparency has helped fans trust her and see her as more than just a TV mom. She's become a role model for balancing the beauty and burden of motherhood. In dealing with her daughter's heartbreak, Danielle reminded the world that good parenting isn't about fixing every problem. It's about showing up, staying present, and holding space for your child's feelings, even when it hurts.